Hello, everybody. My name's Rebecca, and welcome back to My Bookish Travels. Today, I am going to be talking about being a reader, but not actually talk about a book. So let's jump into this. All right, so this is a story that happened yesterday, and all of the facts I'm going to tell you are true and relevant to why I'm sharing this with you. I hope that you guys get a good chuckle out of this, and no, I am in no way putting down the person that is involved in this story. I'm sharing it because it did bring me some laughter after the incident occurred, and I just thought it was a very nice interaction with a very nice person who is dealing with a very unique situation. So yesterday, we had a salesman come to our door for Company X. I'm not going to give out the name because I don't want to be calling out anybody and making this awkward or weird. I just want to share this humorous story that I really enjoyed. So Company X had this person going door to door, letting them know about this fantastic option to bundle cable, internet, and telephone. And in my house, we have a provider for our internet and for our phone, and we do not have cable. We haven't had cable for years. We have a Roku box, so it gives us exactly what we need on the telly. Now, I myself only own the cell phone. I do not own any of those other objects in the house. My mom does. They were hers to begin with. They are hers. Now, yes, she had previously had a call regarding this and had told me about it, so I already knew that she was not interested in this service and had declined. With them coming to the door, I was very polite, and originally he had asked me to step outside. Again, because of COVID, I didn't have a mask on. I just asked what it was regarding, and we ended up talking with him outside and me in the house. Basically, what ended up happening was he said, we have this really great option to bundle your cable, your internet, and your telephone for X amount of dollars per month. Is this something you'd be interested in? And I said, not really. I'm not usually here at the house very often, so it's not something that really will work for me. And he said, okay, you may not be at the house very often, but it is something that could do really well for your service. And I said to him, that's really nice, but because I'm not here very often, those aren't things that I normally use. There's just the telephone in the house. I don't have a computer. I don't have, a television with cable. I don't have that. And he's like, you don't have that at all? Like, you don't even watch Netflix? Now, mind you, I have the Netflix app on my phone, but I don't have a television or a computer that I watch it on. It's normally on my cell phone that I watch it. And I'm like, no, like, I don't. And he's like, what do you do then? Do you read? And he said it so sincerely and in shock that I said back to him, I'm like, yeah, actually, I do read. I'm like, my basement is a library. I've got over 5,000 books down there. Wait, it gets better. He then says, you know what? I was just thinking you looked like a reader. And I'm like, oh, thank you. No idea what to say to him. And he's like, so you just have a telephone in the home, huh? You don't even have a cell phone? I spoke up then and said, yeah, I've got a cell phone and I have family all over the place, so it's used more as an emergency or work phone. So I keep the home phone because if I need to give out a number for people to reach me, I just give my home phone because I don't give out my cell phone. And he's like, that is very smart. And he's like, well, you have a great rest of the day, ma'am. And I'm like, Thank you. You too. Bye. And he left, and I shut the door, and I burst out laughing, and I said to my mom and my sister, well, I didn't know that this is what a reader looked like, but apparently I don't need to tell people that I read anymore, and I don't even have to have a book in my hands to explain that I'm a reader. Apparently, I just have the look of a reader. So if somebody could tell me what those specific characteristics are that completely classify me as a reader, I would appreciate knowing that. So again, I hope you guys have enjoyed this story time. I actually was wanting to share this because it made my day. I felt at first a little bit offended because I was like, that isn't a very nice thing to just say, like, oh, you look like a reader. But on the flip side, I'm like, do you know what? I like to read. I am a reader. I am going to just roll with this. And this is a fantastic compliment. So if you guys have ever had someone say to you when you have not had a book near you or anything that you look like a reader, that's a pretty sweet compliment. It's a pretty high compliment to have from someone who knows absolutely nothing about you aside from the house that you are in. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this story time. And if you have a similar story where you got called out as a reader unbeknownst to any kind of distinguishing factors, then feel free to share down below. I would love to share a happy story with you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Until then, stay safe and stay well. Bye, guys.